Right, a very good afternoon. And here is the latest. Let me tell you first that today, this trial, as I've mentioned many times, is of course a marathon. And in a marathon, you do have twists and turns. And yesterday, I told you we were going to have the case has been listed for today. Definitely, it came up. But guess what? We were out of court by noon. We were out of court by noon, but that's not even it. The judge temporarily discharged the jury. After calling them in the second time around around about 11:40 or thereabout, or 11:30, just told them, members of the jury, you are not required till the 13th or 14th of April. That is all she told the jury. Thank them and apologize for keeping them and say, you are not required till the 13th or 14th of April. Apologize for the long break and said the court will let them know by the 10th, whether it is 13th or the 14th, they will be required next time. That's the next time they will be coming. So it's for the jury, it's the 13th or the 14th that they are next required. So that is where the trial is. There's still something which needs to be resolved. Again, we are not allowed to say that probably until after the trial, wherever it's going. So whenever it ends. So that's where we have 2 weeks holiday, 2 weeks break for the jury, and potentially that is 2 weeks break for the trial. Of course, legal argument will continue, but we are not allowed to say anything. So before you hear about this trial again, it's going to be when the jury is back. So that's it. The jury probably disappointed, came to work today, and within half an hour of resuming at work, you are told that, okay, you have a compulsory holiday. That is how it happened for the jury. So probably many of them will have been home by now, or they're on the way home, but they're not required. And the judge still told them, do not check this case online. Do not research this case on social media. The case is active, the trial is active, but there is an issue which they need to resolve. It was not disclosed. We have an inkling, we have an idea of what the issue is, but I can't say it because it is still under lock and key. So that is it. The trial is on, but the jury has been temporarily discharged until April 13th and 14th. Of course, today, Madam Diezani was in court, Olatimbo was in court, they had their support group, but within minutes, by noon, the court was over. 13th or 14th of April is when this trial will come, but that will be 2 more weeks. This is week 9, remember? So week 9, we've only had just 1 day of sitting. Of course, nothing is happening again as far as the case is concerned, because whatever happens inside between the lawyers, between the bench and the judge, occasionally we cannot report about that, but the case is off until April 13th or 14th. By 10th of April, the judge said the jury will be contacted to let them know whether they're resuming 13th or 14th of April. So I'll potentially see you in April. Thank you for watching.